So, I've been binge watching the original Doctor Who recently, which made me want to do 100 days as the Doctor in Minecraft. I found this mod pack called Tardis Engineers, which adds a TARDIS to the game. You can form a special bond with your TARDIS and make it like you more as you travel, but we'll get into that later. First, let's start with day 1. I get some wood. You know how these videos start. Let's skip to the fun stuff. I find a stone structure and get attacked by a pillager. I don't fight the pillager until day 2. They hit hard.
Now that's a lot of damage!
I spend most of day 2 mining. While I'm doing that, I hear stone sliding on stone. That can only be one thing: the Weeping Angels. I get freaked out and hide in a wall. On the morning of day 3, I dig out and get one tap to another dimension. I have to run from raiders. A lot of raiders. I find some ruins but don't find anything good before being asked to leave. I fight one raider. I find a village. I spend the night in the village. The only way out of this dimension is with a portal, and in order to do that, I need limestone. So I mine some up. I also need diamonds to escape. As I'm looking, I get attacked by a scarab. Which is good, because with that, I don't need any diamonds, and I just need gold. I find the gold I need. I craft the scarab. I build the portal to escape and realize I made it out of the wrong limestone. I make limestone bricks and build it again. I throw the scarab in and leave the desert dimension. I don't like sand. Back in the overworld, I find a village. I ring the bell and hear the distant hum of a TARDIS. In this mod pack, you have to find an abandoned TARDIS deep underground. You can't craft them. Then you have to create components to make it functional again. I go mining for the resources I need to make the subsystems. I use a villager house as my workshop, but I soon run out of space. I craft an alembic. This will let me make mercury bottles and circuit paste, both essential parts of the TARDIS mod. As I'm harvesting some crops, I hear the stone sliding on stone sound. I freak out thinking there's an angel near, but it's just a villager using a grindstone. I gather up some leaves to make circuit paste, which is really satisfying. I go mining again and gather some Zion crystals. These are also important in the TARDIS mod. I also find my first diamonds. I find a monster spawner in the open. I light it up, but it still activates. I then hear Stall playing through the caves. I craft a quantity scope. I need this to make the TARDIS components. Then I build a little house so I have space to build and store the TARDIS parts. I craft my first TARDIS subsystem, the fluid link. The fluid link is needed to fuel a TARDIS. I make my first Artron capacitor. I haven't slept in a while, so I hear phantoms. I also haven't put a roof on my house yet, so I get attacked by phantoms. I encounter a glitch where mercury bottles won't stay in my inventory. They would glitch back into the limbic. Just watch. I put a floor and roof on my house. I make a chameleon circuit. The chameleon circuit is needed to change the exterior of a TARDIS. I make a basic Artron battery and a diagnostic tool. The diagnostic tool tells you where your TARDIS is. I make a high Artron battery and interstitial antenna. The antenna is needed to pick up distress signals or talk to other players, if you have friends. I spend a lot of time mining and craft a TARDIS manual. This tells me about the mod if I don't want to use the wiki. I kill an Enderman and get a pearl. I find more diamonds. I craft a diamond pickaxe and mine obsidian. Okay, I'm getting bored. Let's speedrun all the interesting stuff until I find a TARDIS. I find a cool underground structure or buried spaceship. I make a stabilizer. This will make traveling in the TARDIS safer. A pocket watch can detect temporal anomalies. The dematerialization circuit allows the TARDIS to move. And the sonic screwdriver is, well, the sonic screwdriver. I use the bell to try and pinpoint a TARDIS location. I dig down and find a cave system. I explore the cave looking for an abandoned time ship. The bell can help finding a TARDIS in a large area, while the pocket watch is more useful when closer to a TARDIS. My mouse also starts acting up and won't let me hold down right click. I know the zombie just has a backpack, but he looks like he has a fat ass.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
On day 29, I find an abandoned TARDIS. You can't just enter a TARDIS, you need to gain its trust. You can do this by using clocks, maps, ender pearls, or compasses. It takes 20 compasses to tame it. I enter my new TARDIS and find a dark and run-down interior. I place the subsystems into the TARDIS engine and have a sussy minigame each time. I activate the refueling protocols, but nothing happens. Artron units should be going up. I tested this on a creative world and it worked, so I don't know why it's not working here. I craft more Artron banks and batteries and install them, and still nothing. Here's a montage of stuff that happened before the TARDIS was ready to travel. I make another portal, I get attacked by a giant mosquito. Killing it gives me an accurate advancement. I get sucked off. I make a safety box in the nether. It fails. I have a regeneration mod installed that would let me regenerate like the Doctor, but I don't have the item yet, so once I get it, I'll instantly use it once. I make a shield generator. This will protect other subsystems if the TARDIS gets damaged. I take the Artron batteries out of the engine and it starts refueling. I guess they were hogging all the energy. I change the TARDIS interior and exit the ship to wait for it to finish the change. It finishes but won't let me back in. This is definitely a glitch, so I just spawn in another TARDIS and all the subsystems I lost. This time I changed the interior with no problem. I spent a lot of time just messing around and troubleshooting. I make the temporal grace. This gives me regeneration inside the TARDIS. I craft a neutronic spectrometer. This will allow me to convert objects into different TARDIS interiors and exteriors. I go strip mining in the nether, hoping to find a fortress since I need blaze rods. I hear blazes through the walls. I don't find a fortress, but I do find a blaze dungeon. I gather some rods. I need Eye of Ender to make a navcom. This is needed to use precise coordinates when teleporting.
Hi.
I plug in the navcom and go for my first flight. I want to land the TARDIS in the center of my house. You have to manually set the chords, you don't just type them into a screen and press enter. I put in the exact chords, but don't end up where I want. I later learned it's because my Tardis is depressed. Notice how it's blue on the inside? If it's not in a good mood, it won't go in the exact place specified. I can cheer it up simply by traveling more. I land right next to some cool crystals. I land close to my house, so I start moving everything inside the ship. I unlock some new designs. My diagnostic tool gets attuned to my Tardis. This will now always point me to my ship. I mess around with various consoles. I admire different exteriors. I travel to space and get a distress signal. I try to travel to the chords, but my ship is still moody. I almost die. I should have landed in that station. I travel to the tropics dimension and my Tardis gets happier. Everyone needs a vacay now and again. I pick some flowers to convert to circuit paste, and then leave. I manage to land my Tardis in my house. I realize that modded flowers don't make circuit paste. I travel again and open the door too early. I get sucked out into the vortex. Luckily, I can find my Tardis again. The phased optic shell exterior will make the Tardis blend into the environment. I traveled to a nearby pumpkin biome since I could use them and their seeds to make circuit paste. I make a data crystal and waypoint bank so I can save locations in the Tardis navcom. I changed the interior for the last time. I make an ARS or ARS tablet. This allows me to make my interior bigger. I move all my items into the Tardis. I place the databank and set a waypoint at my house. I travel to space and get pranked. I have no steady source of food, so I travel back to Earth and bring some chickens into my Tardis. The Temple of Grace also works on chickens. I travel to space again and wait until I get a distress signal. Then I load it into the navcom and land inside the space station this time. I enter the bridge and find it full of people. I steal a spacesuit and talk to the captain. He says the drones have malfunctioned and started attacking the crew and asks me to destroy them. The spacesuit isn't armor, so when I get shot by a laser, it hurts. I choose the fight and inform the captain the problem is solved. I dive to a door. This definitely doesn't count. I get an object that will allow me to scan for structures in the world. I run into an old friend. We go swimming. We have a great time. Nice running into you, 173. Amaranth Fields, count me in. I craft some chronodyne generators to combat the Weeping Angels. An angel gets into my ship, and I'm not talking about your mom. I use the generator on it. Somehow 2 more get in and cause damage to my ship. And me. Can you be an angel and forget you saw this? I land next to a mansion. I gather clay and craft a timey-wimey detector. It will beep when angels are nearby. The mansion is next to a village. The timey-wimey detector starts beeping and freaks me out. Turns out the mansion is full of angel friends. Hey guys, don't forget to smash that like button before these guys smash the glass. Oh no. Luckily, it didn't teleport me far. Day 69. This will be the perfect day to visit Amaranth Fields, right fellas? The Tardis makes reaching the nether roof really easy. I then travel to another temple. I go to loot the chest and... I spent a lot of time mining for more mercury. I upgrade my Artron capacitors and customize my sonic screwdriver. I take a quick trip up to the moon. There's not much up here besides some space stations. I want to travel to the world border, so I set the coordinate increment to 10,000 and start the long process of clicking the X-Chord button. After about 10 minutes of clicking, it's time to dematerialize. I decide to turn off the stabilizers for this trip. It's more dangerous, but travel uses half the fuel and half the time. After another 10 minutes of learning the minigame involved, I work up the nerve to activate the throttle. Pretty much what happens in an unstabilized fight is different prompts will show up on screen and you need to press the right button to prevent bad things from happening. You only have a few seconds to react, so you need to memorize all the prompts. Failing too many times forces the Tardis to materialize sooner than it should. Failing one prompt can lead to a death spiral too. Failing prompts can also damage and destroy subsystems. My fluid link gets destroyed, and I don't have any mercury to make a new one, so I need to go find some. I actually find some within 30 seconds of entering a cave. I also find stones sticking out of the snow. I cautiously approach and uncover a weeping angel. I craft another fluid link and continue my journey to the world border. I travel 210,000 blocks out and find a renovated house. I also find an angel trapped in a ravine. I realized the world border is just too far, so I decided to go on the long journey back home. It took 23 minutes and 700 Artron units to get home, meaning it would take about 54.5 hours and 100,000 Artron energy to reach the world border. I don't have a lot of time left, so I start looking into the Create mod. There's one thing I want to make for day 100, so I need to mine some resources and learn how the Create mod works. While I'm mining, I get poisoned by a witch, and then this happens. I make different parts for day 100. My pyramid of cuckoo clocks announces the dawn of day 100, or technically it's noon, but whatever. Here's how the regeneration mod works since I never used it. The watch turns me into a Time Lord, and then all I have to do is die. You also get a unique trait with each regeneration. I leave my Tardis for the last time, and the game freezes. Perfect ending. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like. I do gaming challenges on this channel, so subscribe if you don't want to miss them. In the meantime, remember to stay hydrated.